My morning routine that works for me as a 48-year-old woman. Let's talk about how smart it is to have a routine every morning, every day. It keeps you motivated, it keeps you productive, and it keeps you on task. What I do typically every morning is I wake up at 4 a.m. For some reason, my internal alarm clock just wakes me up at 4 a.m. every morning. And my typical routine is, use the bathroom, have some coffee when the coffee maker goes on, wait for the coffee maker. And during this time, don't scroll your phone. Keep your phone away from you. No matter what, don't pick it up. Leave it alone. It's very important. You don't need to scroll what others are doing or anything like that right now. You can do that later. Right now, this is for you. Then I usually go on my TV and look for motivational content, at least 30 minutes, which I go on YouTube on my TV, not my phone. My phone's put away. And I at least look for motivational content for myself for at least 30 minutes to an hour. And it usually, makes me feel better about myself. I learn things. And then after that, I journal. I journal what I typically have learned, and I journal what I need to have goals about. And this journaling typically, usually takes me about 30 minutes. And I also journal my manifestation goals, what things I'd like to see within the next couple months or years, or my end goal. So I do that for 30 minutes, and then after that I typically read either my book or some motivational devotions, and that typically really takes me about 30 minutes after that. I typically don't take an hour for reading. As long as you are reading something that will educate yourself, something that will help you be productive throughout the day. And then you jot those down if you've learned something as well in your journal. And then I typically have just, a typical breakfast. I'll have some yogurt or some fruit or eggs, bagel, my coffee or juice, whatever I feel like having. And then I go for a little walk, typically 30 minutes, just down the road and back, just to get some fresh air, see nature, listen to the birds, listen just to the outside noise. It helps regulate your system, it calms you down, and it gets you ready for the day. Typically, for me, in my experience, you breathe in the fresh air, even though some days it's kind of muggy. I live in New York, so it can be very muggy. Fall is my jam. Summer is not my jam. The next, I typically take my shower, brush my teeth, do my hair, my makeup, my skincare routine, just to get ready for the day. And then I typically make my to-do list of what I need to get done throughout the day, what things need to have priority, and what things are on the bottom, which I can get to either tomorrow or later in the day, which don't have that much priority. So that could include emails or phone calls, or then dishes and cleaning, because I am a stay-at-home mom, laundry every day, almost every day. Now, after you have done your to-do list, then if you are ready, you can pick up your phone and start scrolling, see what your friends have talked about, get some inspiration on LinkedIn, or get some inspiration on TikTok or YouTube on your phone, Pinterest, and of course, any text messages or emails that could have waited in the day. And so just this type of thing, this type of routine typically helps regulate your system, and it takes care of you, your peace of mind, your body, you're regulating all your systems and nerves so you're not caught up in other people's content. Other people's content could be negative. Other people's content could be urgent. Not your urgent, but their urgent. So whatever you're consuming, their content becomes your consumption. So you don't want that. You can do that later. Figure it out. Keep scrolling. Find the good content. Find the positive content. I like to hear what your morning routines are like. So be sure to let me know in the comments what you typically do during your mornings. Maybe I'll take a little hint here and there of what I can put in or even take out of my morning routine. But typically, morning routines are something you should be doing to be able to start the day on the right foot. Like I said, I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. My body's ready to wake up at that time. So it's not hard for me to get up and get motivated for the day just because my body's ready to get going. And be sure to take this little piece of advice and don't pick up your phone when you wake up right away. Give your mind time to reset, reawaken, and learn something new instead of other people's content you never know, could be negativity. When I go on YouTube for my motivational content, I'm looking for something positive. I'm not on my phone, I'm on my TV, looking for something positive. Or then I read my books. I look for something positive. That way you start off on the right foot and you continue growing and going throughout the whole day. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.